Okay, and we're back. So early today I did a little stream, a 3-hour stream, in which I think we trained a lot. So we did some training, we did some spell casting, we gained more basically practice spells to use on whatever we deemed worthy of our attention. Now, something we haven't quite done is the thing which we were kinda asked for by the Emperor himself before he was killed, which is save his country. Granted, his country hasn't actually done much for us, considering they put us in jail for an unspecified crime, which was kind of a bit, I don't know, preemptive, I guess. I mean, we have committed a whole lot of crimes now. That was probably not a smart move. So note to self, avoid falling down things. At least for now. The higher your acrobatic skill is, the easier you can survive those hits as well. Also, I guess it's time to go back to Discord and announce that I'm actually streaming. I should have done that before. I should have totally done that before. Hello, Anga. Okay, where did that go? Should probably go here. And in here.
How do you do?
No, greetings, Gentis Brolus. I was just announcing a stream, but thank you. Okay, that would be that.
Good afternoon.
Now, there's not too much going on. Let's open that now. There we go. Okay, wonderful. Now, that'll do. So there we go, now we have a chat window as well. Not that we have a chat at the moment, but we have a chat window at the very least. Now, I'm quite sure we are not too far away from a pretty solid level up. And there is one more thing that I definitely want to do. And that is joining the Dark Brotherhood, because they will grant us access to a whole lot of very, very useful spells and abilities. And we're also still trying to join the Mages Guild. I think we have, yeah, we've received the Bruma recommendation. We've got the one from Anvil, which means we're still missing a few. Let's see. So we got Bruma down. We got, I think Coral has a Mages Guild. Skingrad has one. Anvil we got. What else do we have? Bravil. Leawin. Cyrodiil doesn't have one, they have the University, and Chedenhall. So that's, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more guilds. There's Thundercliff Watch. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do there. I think it's one of those places we can own if I want to. Hooray, more acrobatics. Is that full? No, it's not. I'm not sure if we actually regenerate health as well. As long as we have this wonderful, very handy spell, we're good to go. Do we have anything else I want to sell? No, we've sold a few potions last time. We built a few potions as well. We also got a quest asking us to actually get captured and arrested. However, we're not going to do that right now. Okay.
What's this about?
Now what to do next?
I'm listening.
You there. You could help me with my, what's Reinald Dralas?
The vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he... Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Raynil slew him. Kind of strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire.
Okay.
He seemed to be such a likable fellow.
That's weird. Fine.
I'm listening.
Tell me something about... Okay, you don't like that. You don't seem to like that. You really hate that. I think that's positive, yes.
No. Blab, you're wasting your breath.
Yeah, I am totally. So those are no's, those are the yeses. Yes, rotate, rotate.
That's just talk.
Yes, no.
You're full of it.
Okay, no, no, rotate, yes, yes.
Yes, I get it.
So that is how you basically are supposed to do this, apparently.
Good one.
Rotate, do this. Always end with a good one.
You need too much honor.
There have been no new topics. So we could talk about the Brotherhood Betrayed. Now I don't want to kill a beggar. I could just kill a beggar. Nobody will really miss them. But there are some more targets we can get easier and risk very little.
It's you.
And in order to do that, we will just continue our Mage's Guild journey. I mean, you could also try to do this Brotherhood Betrayed thing here. Okay, let's do that actually. Maybe we'll get something out of this. Worst case is we'll have a house to occupy. Although I'm not sure if stuff in houses you don't own will despawn or do anything, so they might be a bad choice for loot drop-off points.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Reynald Draelus, will be allowed access.
Okay. What about Reynald Draelus?
The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details.
Okay.
I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know.
Let's just play the game then. That's no, that's a no, that's a yes, and that's probably also a yes. So no, no.
Wasting your breath.
Rotate that and get the good points.
A wonderful compliment.
So those were the positives.
Not funny. Not even a... You're wasting your... Please. Really? Interesting.
Okay, we're getting the terrible roads here. No.
What a... Not funny. That goodness.
Okay, let's do one more. Keeps giving us the terrible places. Let's get that.
Not even a little bit.
That.
Let's just talk.
That.
Please.
That.
Remarkable.
Okay, we've done terrible there.
That's just talk. Well done. You please.
Okay, thank you.
But the culprit in this crime, I tell you.
Fine.
For you.
We'll do more of that. Get going. So those were the ones we didn't want.
Wasting your breath.
That's the one we really don't want.
Please. What a...
Ah, that was terrible.
Shame.
That was terrible. Let's do this, that, and now we can end up here.
Really now? You're such a charmer. You're wasting
Okay,
your
go with this, and that. Ah, that was dumb.
You're a... Please. I'm embarrassed.
Okay, will you tell me more now?
Suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynald Draelus, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Reynald arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. he was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you, so you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer.
Okay, can I about Braden then?
As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense.
You don't look too convinced, mind you. Then again, I think people in Oblivion in general don't look very convinced.
I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living.
It does sound like a good business scheme to me. We don't need to know anything about the other things there.
Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
Huh.
Excuse me.
There's a trapdoor here.
Help me.
Hello.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me.
Okay, calm down. I try to help you here.
Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful.
Hello, Max and Blackwell.
This is all happening so
Cheers to Ukraine.
fast.
Okay, please tell me what happened then.
I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Rainil Draelus. He said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Rainil, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Rainil convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire.
Well, it does look bad for Braden indeed.
Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous.
Good point.
And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Rainil character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name.
Alright, what about Rainil Draelus
I
then?
have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar.
Okay.
I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Okay, let's not tamper with the corpse then. I'm allowed to go down there, am I? Huh. Okay, that's all pretty self-explanatory. Okay, that's a book we're not going to read right now. Okay, so apparently there's a store in a town called the Nova Roma. Fair enough. That's an easy chest. Should pick just to get some security practice. Okay, do I want that? Why, yes. Since Ongar's in town as well,
Hello.
we might do that.
Oh, you're back.
Okay. Well, there is no real evidence that he was in fact a vampire here. So let's talk to the city folks. Maybe even find Onga again to sell this axe. Is he? No, he's not. I think we can also... No, we can't sleep in his house legally. Which is fine. You there, you're sitting out there. So I guess you might as well help us.
I'm Regner. You want anything? Say what you're going to say.
Let's see if we can chat this guy up a bit. So he likes that, he doesn't like those two, and he likes that. So, rotate that.
Don't waste your flattery on me. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, we didn't want those and we want those.
No more. You're frightening me. I doubt it. Sure. Don't try to manipulate me.
Well, I'm already on it, my friend. I'm already on it. Just saying.
I doubt it. Don't waste whatever you want. Don't waste your flattery on
That out of the way.
Yes, whatever you say.
This and end on a high note.
Not bad. Not bad. That's very good.
Any rumors?
Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlindrel? They say he haunts the road.
Okay, fair enough. Nothing we can learn from you. Maybe one of the guards knows more. We also have an axe to grind, sell to Onga.
I'm really
Okay, let's... Okay, fine. We can't actually apparently sell here. Get to your bloody house, I want to sell you stuff. Fine. Do it later then.
What do you want?
Can't tell me about Reynold Rayless. Let's go and see if he's in here. We don't have a quest marker for that, so that's fine.
What can I...
You, tell me about Braden Lyrian.
I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder.
Okay. What about Raynil then?
I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know.
Fine.
What?
Let's see. He likes that, he hates those, and he likes that. Lovely, so yes, no, no, yes.
No more. You're frightening me.
So, yeah, those were the negatives. Negative, negative,
That's a bit excessive.
positive, positive.
That's pretty good.
Okay, let's rotate that.
Don't make me laugh. Yeah, that's a bit... Don't, please. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Yes, whatever you... Blah, blah. I'm not buying. Sure, that's...
Damn it.
You. That's a bit excessive.
Okay, now get the positives
No
in.
more. You're frightened. That's a bit excessive, don't you think? Yeah, whatever you
There we
want.
go. That should actually help us.
I usually don't give...
God damn it.
For you, of course.
Fine. More of this then.
I doubt you really... Whatever you want. Blah, not bad. I see.
What about now?
Raynil is staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key.
Something tells me...
Always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either.
Okay, something tells me that I might have to fight a vampire now. So, Raynol's room is that one here. That's a goblet, nothing extraordinary here. Okay, I've discovered a small journal in Raynol's room at the inn. It seems he was part of a group of adventurers who uncovered an artifact of some sort of alien, some sort from some alien ruins. They all agreed to stash the artifact in the cave until more research could be done about it. Each of them took a key to the chest it was secured in. The two other members of the group were Braden and someone called Gelleborn. I need to find out more about Gelleborn to confirm my suspicions about Raynor. Olaf may be able to help. Let's see. The 8th day has passed and still there's no sign of the artifact. We've covered most of the remainder of the outer guard tower, and scoured the crumbled gatehouse ruins, but not one clue has arisen as to where it may have been buried. It's quiet out here, as if the ruins were paying respects to the alien inhabitants that disappeared here long ago. We haven't encountered anything hostile, but if we do, I think we're ready. The Brotherhood's been in worse scrapes before. Braden paid good money for the information as to our treasure's whereabouts, and I hope it doesn't turn out to be yet another fiasco. This morning, our camp was set upon by some bandits who were protecting what they claimed was their territory. Considering that we were outnumbered 3 to 1, we did very well. Only Raynor suffered a small wound, but was easily healed by a potion that Braden had thoughtfully brought with him on our expedition. You'd want an alchemist on your expeditions, really. After getting rid of the bandits' corpses, we set out to tackle the largest part of the ruin, the remains of the Great Keep. 2 of the walls of the once mighty structures were collapsed, scattering the telltale whitish rocks so typical of the Ayleid architecture in this part of Tamriel. This made our assault on the ruin difficult, as many of the large chunks of wall were far too heavy for us to move. Braden suggested that we search the center of the building's foundation for any underground entrances, which was typical for this type of keep. His guess paid off, and after several hours of back-breaking work, we managed to clear an opening just large enough for us to squeeze through and enter the ancient stairwell leading down into the ground. We decided to wait until morning's light to begin our descent into the depths of the ruin. After a restless sleep, all of us were quite excited at the prospect of what might lie ahead. Eagerly, we dipped our torches in a fresh container of pitch, lit them, and entered the inky blackness of the stairwell. The stale air was choked with dust and fine grit, a sign that no one had entered this portion of the ruins in a very long time. We became excited, as that meant no other tomb robbers had gotten here before us. The stairwell eventually leveled out into a corridor of sorts that snaked its way to the north. As we carefully walked along, I scanned the floor and walls very carefully for any type of triggers, tripwires, or pressure plates. Such was my specialty. The Ayleid were well known for their cunning traps protecting their tombs, and I wasn't taking any chances. Braden, the scholar of the Brotherhood, was getting more and more excited as we traversed the passage. He was translating the wall carvings and was becoming certain that we had finally found the location of our prize. After walking for several more minutes, we were overjoyed to see what we were hoping to see. The hallway ended at a metal door with a carving of a spider upon it. Now came the true test of Braden's information. The door supposedly had a puzzle lock. By pulling the spider legs in a certain combination, it would unlatch. The wrong combination would spell out deaths, perhaps triggering a collapse of the hallway or some other equally deadly trap. With a shaky hand, I pulled the legs one by one in the order I had memorized. The 6th one, then the 1st one, the 2nd one, the 8th one, and finally the 1st one again. Why again? He didn't... okay, forget it. I closed my eyes as there were a few loud clicks and then the door popped open. We all breathed a sigh of relief. Pushing open the door, I looked in a huge room with a pedestal at the center. Sitting on the pedals, illuminated by a shaft of sunlight from a tiny hole in the ceiling, was our prize. The floor was covered in a huge mosaic of a stylized spider, all 8 of its legs coming to a point and ending up at the door entrance. This was the last of the traps the Ayleid left behind to protect their treasure. Again, if it hadn't been for Braden's skill at acquiring information, we may never had known how to solve this last line of defense. I instructed Braden and Raynor to remain at the entrance and to tie a rope around my waist in case of a sudden pitfall. Carefully, I began to walk the darkened tiles that formed the 3rd leg of the spider. Sweat beaded on my forehead as the pathway made by the tiny piece of ceramic was very narrow at the start, and one slip could again mean instant death. But death never arrived. The information had been correct, and I was able to make it to the pedestal and secure the artifact. Quickly as possible, we made our way back and out into the daylight. Once again, the Brotherhood was triumphant, and it was time to return home. At the tavern that night, we decided to make a pact. We would stash the artifact in the cave not far from Bruma until we researched it further. An item of its magnitude could be very dangerous if mishandled, and we certainly didn't want to sell it without understanding its true value. Braden agreed to contract a local cooper to construct a chest with 3 locks. Each of us would hold a key to one of the locks, so no one would have access to the artifact without the others being present. For the rest of the evening we drank merrily and sang many a song of adventures past, and adventures to come. I'll hold on to that. We close that.
Greetings, Argonian.
Yeah, I totally wasn't doing anything there.
What can I do for you today?
You could tell me about Geliborn.
Geliborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Raynal told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's
really?
Why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynal and his so-called accomplishment.
Huh, interesting.
And nothing else I can tell you about it. Just look for me.
Okay, so apparently, let's say Raynal either needs money or he figured out what the artifact does. Okay, let's go back to Carriers. I'll also make a mental note. Actually, I'm not sure if we need the order of this book again. I'm not making any notes. I would have actually made a physical note with the information from the thing.
So, any new revelations in your investigation?
Indeed. I've found information about Braden.
Sure, Erlene is very upset. Her accusations that Raynal is lying is not surprising. I suppose if I found out a loved one...
Okay, how about Geliborn?
How do you know about that? Ah! The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Geliborn was killed by Raynal not too...
I would disagree with that.
What do you mean, you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Geliborn was not a vampire?
I have a journal.
I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynal have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynal from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless.
Yeah, you suck.
I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Okay.
Do you have any more questions?
What about Geliborn?
Yes, I remember Braden mentioning that name once. He was part of the brotherhood he had created with Raynal.
Okay, lovely.
I know I sound desperate.
So, we are solving a crime now. Hooray! And we're supposed to wait for an hour. So let's sell that axe we found. I think Angarsat is right over here. I was actually about to head back to Cyrodiil.
I'm really...
Yes, we can, in fact.
My favorite customer.
I wish to sell this off to you. And we can also use it, but I don't want to. I suppose the blunt weapon skill is one I'm going to not treat too kindly for now, because there's little point in doing it. I prefer to have bladed weapons. I also refuse to view axes as blunt weapons. I'm not sure if you can actually find a club or anything, so I'm not sure if you can actually find any really blunt weapons.
What? Did you know that Jaskar trains other Mages Guild members in destruction? I've heard that Jaskar has great skill at making things explode.
Oh, really?
What's the news from the other...
I need to learn to make things explode, so let's actually make use of that and find Jaskar again. I would also learn, or like to learn, this permanent invisibility spell that apparently was used on Jaskar. Now, where did he go? Presumably down here. Do I have my very handy? There he is. I wouldn't have needed it. Okay. Yeah, we can only train 5 things each level. And I don't think destruction is one of the things I would like to train right now. We may eventually need his services. But for now I'd like to go with my major skills. And I think some blade training wouldn't go amiss. I was hoping you would have some spells for us.
What? Yes?
Do you have no spells for me either?
Good day.
A pleasure.
Well, now you have spells, right?
Look at my wares. I'm sure there's
I
something.
think we've checked this already. We got this spell already, so we don't need to buy it from him. We could have used that to... I think we could have used that to remove the spell from the Scar. We don't need that on target, really. I would be perfectly happy with a spell on touch, because you need to get closer to the lock to see what it, how strong it is anyway. I'd like to be able to summon it Remora Lord. It would make things a lot easier for us.
Yes?
Also, didn't we nick a lot of that stuff?
What can I
Really good
interest you in?
spells. Domination, we can't afford that. We can absorb some skills. No, we don't want that. That might be useful. 20 points of damage on target. We'll have that. Yes, please. And a soul trap spell. Perfect. Let's actually start haggling here. I needed a soul trap spell. Yes. Perfect. Now, we could also get that. We can't afford it, sadly.
Tell your friend.
Yeah. Oh, I will, certainly. Thank you. So, we got some spells I desperately wanted. Well, not desperately, but we definitely wanted those. First off, because I want to replace my flare with a flash bolt. It's just a lot more damage. It's more than thrice the damage for more than 3 times the cost, mind you. But we do have a fair amount of magic already, so I'm not too worried about this. We could actually cast this almost thrice. I suppose by the time we actually have the third spell out, we'd have regenerated the few points of magicka we needed. So we could cast this 3 times, and then keep going. Plus we also got a very, very nice soul trap spell now. 20 seconds on touch is all we need, really. There's no point in going higher than that. Let's see what the adventure in Olaf's...
Head on.
Okay, you could... Actually, you there.
What can I do?
You teach
You've
marksmanship,
got a lot to learn.
and we can't afford to learn marksmanship. That's a shame.
Be seeing you.
Good to see you.
Why do you have a name?
State your business.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We will not talk to you.
Well met.
Okay, is it...
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads.
Okay.
Raynal was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gelliborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynal doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run.
And if he sees me, he might kill me.
Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice.
Oh, great.
I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him.
Seriously?
Raynal will pay for both crimes. Gelliborn was likely another...
Okay, great.
If all you say is true, I I can't wait to get my
Okay.
hands on Raydell. He'll become very familiar with Bruma.
Great, so I have to track down a well-known criminal and experienced, that was creepy, and experienced dungeon delver, adventurer, and probably also fighter at level 4. Mind you, level 4. This is very likely to get me killed as well, and since apparently time is of the essence, unlike with that thing the Emperor asked from us, I swear it's just a small favor he wanted. It's, I don't know, pick up groceries or something. Not on a huge empire-wide scale or anything. I would ask a prisoner for that, mind you. Okay, so where's that cave we're supposed to find? Okay, that's a good journey. Oh, why do I keep getting roped into things? Why do I keep getting roped into that? Probably because somebody had to say, yeah, you know what, I will investigate this for you. I could have just said, you know what, screw that, he was a vampire, done. All's well that ends vampiric, fine. No, I had to do this. I just had to bloody do this. And now this is one of the kind of downsides of having those way markers here. Let's get my bow out. It's that I kinda, or you kinda have the urge to just walk towards the way marker here. And if I didn't have that, what are you doing there? Are you a bandit? I think you are. Ouch, you're two bandits. Okay, those are easy targets because they are trying to... What are they attacking? They're attacking each other, how lovely. Oops, sorry about that. I'm so glad they don't seem to mind that. Did they? Did they? No. So, we got some bandit bowmen. I may have killed this guy. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Very heavy stuff, but we'll have it. Oh, it's not like he needs it. Okay, let's get my healing spell out. And grab those arrows, because why the hell not? Those foresters seem awfully random or very, very careless in their approach to foresting. They seem more than happy to kill everything that moves in the forest. Now back to the topic here. Milk thistle. Lovely. Okay, they also killed this deer. And left their arrow in. What a wasteful forester. Yeah, they looted those. But that was a bit of easy experience, so I won't mind this random encounter. What I was about to say is, yeah, now you just move towards that quest marker. And you don't really bother with anything else. Okay, Capstone Cave was not the cave we needed to go to, right? No. It's probably of use at some point in the future, so we'll just leave it there. We also found Apple Watch, which I think wasn't the trademark back then. So the cave is already over there. At least the capstone cave. Let's see. Now I might be in trouble because I think Dunmer will have a certain resistance to fire spells. So the brand new fire spell I bought to equip myself with might not do me any good. At all. Go Toby. Okay, there's the Boreal Stone Cave. Why can I hear eagles but not see eagles? If I were a rabbit or something of that sort, I'd probably be scared like right now. Okay. Hey, would you mind helping me with an art of... I think you would not really care about that. Let's save the game here because I expect the worst. That was totally worth a pop-up.
Congratulations. I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later. Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my part.
Yeah, why would you do that anyway?
I saw you enter Olav's Tap and Tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer.
Now this would be fun if I was a vampire now.
Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here. But then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you. This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom. Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough.
Oops,
Let's get this over with.
Okay, I don't think I'm equipped for this at all. But for now, we'll just have to pop in a potion of... we don't need that, we need a weak potion of healing. We have too many of those anyway. Do I have a... Yeah, we'll kick that in. And we'll also use the Cold Touch instead. That was easy. Okay, let's see what he had. He had some good stuff on him. We might need those keys. I'll take the cuirass and the leather stuff, because I can sell that. Oops, didn't want that. Fine. Okay. So, we have a mundane amulet now. Lovely. That was totally worth it. However, we found some stuff we can sell, which is lovely. I didn't expect to get out of this alive in one go. Oh shit, that's an imp. which one of us killed him now? I think it was the Imperial Forester. Anyway, we have stuff to do. First off, heal back up. Secondly, I was right in that we were close to a level up, so we're gonna use that. Probably have a nap in the Mage's Guild first. I think with all the spellcasting we did, we should actually have a nice bonus to both willpower and intelligence. Not enough intelligence to not get mixed up in affairs that are clearly not our business, but screw it, we did, and we actually got out alive, surprisingly enough. Motherwort. Yeah, we're gonna keep making cheap potions for now. Simply because we can. Also because I'm too cheap for another imp. Ow. Get. Okay. Back to Bruma we go. Is that another? Yes, it's harvestable. I think those mushrooms there are also harvestable. We'll have those. I'm totally getting off track here. I am totally getting lost. We need to get back to Bruma. If those are harvestable. They all look a bit samey, so like those clusters of mushrooms and stuff. There are Bruma caverns. Oh, great. Why do I see myself plundering those at some point as well? So, is there any gate on this side of Bruma? Of course not. Is there? There should be. And yes, I want to harvest all the plants. We'll just sprint to the gate. Okay. I think we picked the longest possible way here. Where's the bloody gate? It's over there.
How can I help you?
Okay, let's also fix up the gear we found before we sell it, because that will give us more blacksmithing skill, which I'm hoping will give me another point in strength. Now we are not, actually we are now close to the weight cap, and we're getting a lot of keys. We're down to one hammer, we'll buy more later on. And over to the Mage's Guild now. Off we go. Jump that. Okay, I don't think I should have gone with more strength actually, because something tells me I might get a lot of quickness now. Where's my...
The Anvil Guild has made quite a name for itself under Carahil. Did you hear about the recent murderer they caught?
Ooh.
Certainly not.
Would actually want to sleep for, like, let's say 10 hours? I want to wake up in the morning so we can actually get to the house without breaking in. Okay, everything you do is just a bit easier, more instinctive, more satisfying. It is as though you had suddenly developed keen senses and instincts. So we get intelligence and willpower. And we got a very, very powerful bonus here. We'll go with the personality boost though. Yeah, that was totally wasted for the blacksmithing. Should have done that now. It would be nice to actually see what you've leveled up so far. However, we also have a blacksmith to visit.
Yes. Armor.
Let us barter. There's a bow of sparks.
How may I help you?
Now, something I don't like about the magical items here is that they have very, very few charges. This is actually okay, it's not a very strong enchantment. But you get my point, it's not great either. Okay, so this is stuff we're wearing. Now this is a Legion Cuirass. That is 3, and mine has 3 as well. Okay, so there's no point in keeping those things around, although they might look a little nicer. Let's just check that quickly. Which cuirass looks better? There is no difference, so I'll stick with my rough stuff.
Farewell. Yotri. What can I interest
Okay, let's also haggle this time. We wish to go that far. And now I want to sell you this, and this, and this. We'll also sell that Legion stuff, because I don't know if we'll get in trouble for having that anyway.
Tell your friends
Okay,
about
lovely.
Good day.
Very, very nice. So we made it to level 5. Which means we're off to a good start. How much magic do we have now? 162, so not too much more.
Greetings, Argonian.
Okay, let's see what we can do with the...
What news do you bring?
I found Raynil Draelus.
I knew I'd recognized Raynil. I think when I first met Braden many, many years ago, he introduced me to him. They were part of some sort of brotherhood. They would roam Cyrodiil in search of legendary treasures and the like. The only reason he stopped doing that is because we got married and he wanted to settle down. I'm afraid, thanks to Raynil, that time is lost.
But I found the mundane amulet. A mundane amulet?
Long ago, I made a promise to Braden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Braden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Braden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state.
Okay, so did it die with Braden?
No. He always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Braden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you. I will now speak the word. Brother. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Braden would want.
Okay.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad he's dead. I know that.
Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Ooh, nice.
Justice has been done.
I mean, it's not the greatest effect, but more speed is always nice.
I'm only asking for a single coin.
Yeah, you're not getting it, though. Alright, so we got more speed. Very nice artifact. I'm not sure if it would have gotten better if we were higher leveled when we did this quest, because as far as I've read, many quest items or quest rewards in Oblivion are actually leveled. So if you try this quest with like level 30, you will not get something that only gives you like 6 points of speed, because you'd probably find better stuff on bandits by that point. So that begs the question of whether or not it's good to actually have solved this now, or would it have been better to do this much later and receive a much better object. However, for now we'll stick with the Phylactery of Litheness, because it's a nice item anyway, a nice keepsake of a rather interesting adventure. And I do like to have those things. Like, okay, you did this quest, you stumbled into something, and you got something to remember it from, by. Items like this I also usually don't sell. If I had found this on... I mean, it has a weird name, so I probably presume it is important in some way, so keep it, but still. Items like those I generally don't sell and keep them around in whatever house I buy. Let's also do some alchemy while we're here. Can we do anything with those? No. Though I do believe at Alchemy 20 we might be able to figure out more ingredients or more properties. Let's find Motherword. Another thing we can't bloody use. Lovely. So, it's back to the drawing board here. I don't think there's more to Bruma for now. We'll be back at some point. But for now, let's actually... I know, I said I'd do the main story, so let's go and find Martin Septim. Oh, then again... could go to Coral, then Skingrad, and then move to Kvatch. Or to Bravil. Let's actually go to Coral, and I don't feel like walking that distance. So we'll go to Coral's South Gate, and continue our Mages Guild questline there. Because I want to figure out how to be a mage. That's a very dramatic statue.
Have you heard the odd noises coming from Ugal Billet's place?
I thought I heard something the other night. It's none of my business, though.
I could be wrong, but it seems to me there's something shady going on at the Oak Enclosure.
I've suspected that as well. Still, it's not a bad place. Good to know.
Okay.
Have you heard any word about the other provinces?
Greetings. Well,
What about Irana? Alright, that's the Coral thing. Yeah, we have to do Have to find something for Iorana. Yeah, we're not too likely to do that. I mean, it's over here somewhere. Right, Iorana. Iorana. Where was that? The arena, the Great Prince, spirits, blah de blah de blah. Seeking roots, finding the air, doors, Maroon's razor, deep scorn hollow. I think that's all the stuff we don't need. Here, Fingers of the Mountain. Okay, now do we want to do this? I think we kinda do. Also like jumping against those things for no real reason whatsoever. We're gonna do this later actually. I don't quite feel like doing that. So, sorry, Fingers of the Mountains, but you're not going to be found for another while. Now, we should have gained some fame in Skingrad because we solved the crime there, without even going there. So, yay us. Also, I think Brotherhood was a terrible word to pick for the password there. I mean, I think it'd be, or they'd be very sure to actually cast or use that word eventually. Okay, the Fighter's Guild here is of no use to us for now. We want to go to the Mage's Guild.
Well,
Druja,
who are you? Well, who cares?
I would like a recommendation, please.
No, that's Adriana's job, not mine. If you ask about it,
Okay.
have a look at
Do you
my
have any good
wares.
spells for me?
I'm sure there's something to suit you.
We could lob snowballs. Sounds like kind of a waste, but we could do it. We could get a better life detection spell. Actually tempted to take that. It's not too expensive. Actually, no. I would like to haggle a bit. Not sure if that did anything on the prices, but we did it anyway.
You too.
Greetings, Argonian.
Okay, Adrienne. You're Vigor the Cautious. No use to me right now. This not Adrienne. Let's use the major life detection.
I
You.
trust you have a good reason for interrupt.
Yes, I would like your recommendation. Actually, do you have any spells to sell?
I'm sure there's something to say.
Ooh, I would like that. I would totally like that. Not sure if I'd want that. You usually want to loot the armor of some of enemies, and that kind of sucks if you just destroy it. But apparently this is the destruction school.
I'm afraid I haven't given it much thought. I'm rather busy, you understand. My research occupies nearly all of my time.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, I do have a small problem concerning Earthor. He's one of the guild mages here. Think you can do something about it?
What about Earthor then? Okay.
Be seeing you.
Okay, fine. We'll go figure out about Earthor. Who is Earthor?
I'm Salinas Vesson. Adriana Barrena is the...
Okay.
Farewell.
I guess we'll have to talk to her again and figure out what she wants, precisely.
I trust you have a good...
Yes, I need a
I'm
recommendation.
afraid I haven't given... Now that I think...
Okay, yes, I'll do it.
Excellent. I just don't have the time to search for him again. But you might want to ask around and see if anyone can be of some help. Let me... He's... Well, he's an... Salinas should be around here somewhere.
Okay, fine. We'll see if we can find a guy named Salinas.
Back associate.
There shouldn't be too many of those around. I think you actually level up far enough in alchemy. All of those will become higher level alembics, so apprentices
I
alembics.
hear you got quite a task from Adriana.
Well, I'm supposed to find a guy named Urthor.
A nice enough guy, I suppose, but there was that awful scamp incident last year. That's when Adriana told him he needed to practice somewhere else. Somewhere else. Meaning somewhere far away. So he settled down in Bleak Flats Cave. Did all his work there and came back to town twice a week to check in. Hasn't been around lately, though.
What can you tell me about this cave?
Oh dear. I just can't seem to remember where that is. What a shame. Tell me more.
You like this, you hate that, you dislike that. So, you probably like this.
That's pretty good. Don't talk such rot. Is that so?
Okay, you won't tell me about a cave then. Fine, screw you.
I don't think so. Heard any news from the other provinces?
I've heard that the Nords
Okay, where are those guys?
have been warring with the Redarin of Morrowind.
The Nords have always been protective of their territory. It's no wonder they get involved in these disputes. What?
Can you tell me about Bleak Flats
It's
Cave?
just northwest of Skingrad. Here, see it on the map?
Ah, thank you.
That's where Urthor wound up, after Adrian told him he couldn't practice in the guild hall anymore. She probably doesn't even remember that. You might want to make sure she remembers, especially the part about it being her idea.
That sounds like a good idea. Oh,
What's your story?
so,
You're here about that
what about Bleak Flats Cave?
Oh, I do remember telling him to go there. Well, we'll just have to do something about that, won't we? By we, I mean you, of course. I have something that may... I'll be here when you get back.
So, very nice, we got a basic fireball spell. And I like how they give you the option to actually discover those and get them for free. Although I believe it's not as good as the one we have. So it's a weak fireball. It does last for a bit, which is nice, so it does 15 points of damage for a reasonable amount of magicka. Lovely. Okay, do we have anything else? I think we can actually take those flowers, yes.
Have pity, sir. I got nothing to eat.
Okay, so Bleak Flats Cave it is. And once we've sorted that out, we will probably have to... no, I would like to have this one. Yeah, it wants me to go out any door, any gate. Now I don't think Urthor's chances are very good. If they give us a fireball spell, we probably want to have some... we should probably be ready to do some fighting. Now, Skingrad has the very, very annoying property of being like surrounded by mountains and hills and stuff. So it's really a pain in the ass to get around the place. But once we did that, we will head to Kavacha and actually look for Martin Septim, the Emperor's long-lost heir. Not long lost, not that long at least, but his lost heir. However, first we'll want to harvest some tomatoes. They're clearly not ripe yet, but we'll have some tomatoes. Much of the farm would be very happy to see that. I think if I were living in the Bleak Flat Cave or some other place, like Urthor would, I'd probably just come over here and then grab some tomatoes every now and then. Let's also do this and see what we can get here. There's an imp, but I want this first. Flax. Okay, give me the flash bolt. Get. You can also use Imp Gall to make very nice potions. Okay, give me number 4. Columbine flower. Not sure what that is good for. I'm sure we'll make some use of it. Some blackberries. The world is full of alchemy ingredients, and we just have to grab them. Some peonies. That one is not harvestable. But that should be. Pretty much all the ingredients are, as far as I know, something you can harvest if you just know where to look. Some ingredients might be more elusive than others. Some might be attached to very angry creatures that won't really be cooperative when you ask them about parting with them. Also, something is seeing us right now. Ow. I was about to say nothing aggressive, hopefully, but it's a wolf. There we go. And I know I'm quite bad at fighting here. So, don't tease me with it, will ya? Quite sure you will. Okay, we have found Bleak Flats Cave without actually finding the bloody thing. There we go, we'll also want this, and let's see what poor Eartho has in store for us. Do like to have a bow out. Okay, there is a zombie. Clearly missed by a long shot. Okay, I'm not sure what that... Oops. Okay, let's forget about that. I need some healing. And some sorcery, and I need it now. Okay, heal up. And heal up. And heal up some more. I hope Earthor didn't summon those. Although something tells me he might have. Also, I think those are health restoring mushrooms. That's the way we came, so that is the way onward. I do need the better healing spell. We do want to recover our health, or our magicka first though. And my mushrooms, my arrows. As usual, save the game. And get my spell ready. could actually go with that weak fireball we learned. It doesn't do that much less. But it costs a lot less magicka. Burn. Okay, that was lovely. We didn't actually get hurt that badly. I say that as if it was an achievement. Have that. Oh, more zombies. More zombies. Why does it always have to be zombies? And why do they have to care about dodging arrows? I like how they ragdoll. I do love that. I know, it's so juvenile. Yay, restoration skill. Since we're low on magic, I will use the fireball. There should be somewhere around here. Quite sure Earthel's around here somewhere. He has to be. Although if the place is overrun with zombies, he's probably not exactly alive. I mean, I wouldn't really bet on it. What's that zombie doing down there? How weird. I like this light, which is coming from... Oh no, there actually is a hole in there. Could you fall into that cave from there? It doesn't look safe. That is also a zombie. I do like this sneak attack, which you don't get with spells. Ow. How about these, zombie? Now, we shot way more than 2 arrows into that. But we only got 2 arrows out, so this is clearly making... well, at least it's freeing up inventory space for the non-existing loot we're getting from here. At least we're getting mushrooms from here. What a huge mushroom. And some marksman skill as well. I should probably put my weak fireballs somewhere here. Let's actually change those spells around as well. So, we have the life detection on 6. We'll put the major one there. I'll actually go with the bound dagger. Actually, no, I won't go with the bound dagger. Yeah, we'll stick with the weak fireball for now. is... yeah, there's another zombie. Trying to only attract one of them. I like this little kickback of the arrows. Actually, let's do something here. I wanted to figure out if this bound dagger would actually give me... Okay, so the bound dagger did not perform that well. But this gave me something. And it reminded me why I wanted to not use it anymore. I also think there's a good chance we will contract some sort of disease from the zombies. Although I believe those have been kinda normalized to not do that, very likely. Okay, there you go. I think I need to use power attacks more often. So yeah, this doesn't look like poor Earthor had a good run here.
You, how did you get in here? I'm not going anywhere until they're gone.
Okay. Now, are there any more zombies here? This is totally a call forward to Skyrim. I think they're gone.
Well met, guildmate. Are the creatures gone? I don't dare move.
Okay, apparently one is still out there. Apparently there's at least one somewhere. And we now have to find the bloody thing. Great. Got nothing better to do than hunt zombies all day. Here, no zombies there. Okay, and no zombie. No zombies here either. Not a single bloody zombie. I'm quite sure we have missed one somewhere. Why would you summon zombies anyway? Oh, there we go. I think that's the missing zombie. Okay, there we go. Was that the last one? We'll just stick with the sword right now. So, go for my troubles. Yeah, I think that was all. Alright, Ethel. That's the way to Ethel, I think. Well, you are moving.
They're all gone? You're heading back to Skingrad, aren't you? Could...
Fine, follow me.
Oh, thank...
So now we have someone following us around.
Safe and sound.
Hooray! We'll leave that here. So there's the Mage's Guild insignia. Or banner, whatever. Okay, if we pull this... Yeah, this makes it a lot like Skyrim later on, where you actually have a... You either have a very short way back, or you just have to pull some lever and get out there again. Now, which way was the way out, precisely? This seems to be the outish way. Yeah, it is. Now, this wasn't too bad. We actually gained a lot of skills in here. And I think overall we got out on top of this adventure. Why Arthur was doing what seems like experiments regarding necromancy is beyond me. But it's not our job to judge him, right? Okay, so my horse is stabled outside the city, that's lovely. Even if we didn't take the horse to actually get to the city, and we didn't take it out to Bleak Flats Cave, Bleak Hollow Cave. The cave, you get the point. Okay. Where's Ethel? Ah, there you go.
You're here about that recommendation, I presume.
Well, I found him at least. Fine.
Have Earthor see me when he gets back, Associate.
There he is.
Evening.
Good evening.
Maybe it's just me, but I find Falanu Hlanu really odd.
Do you have to discuss that now?
Hanging around the graveyard with a strange smile on his face.
I'd stay away from him if I were you. There's something very wrong with that man. What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel? What?
Okay, can I get my recommendation now?
I've spoken with Earthor, who seems to be all right. Good work. I'll see to it that your recommendation is sent in as soon as I have a free moment. As I've said, I'm rather busy. I'll get to it eventually.
I'd prefer doing that now, but fine. Fine. Yeah, the Mage's Guild equipment here sucks. Earthor, you don't have to follow me around anymore.
What?
You can actually stop that now. Please stop following me. I will have to kill you. Stay in there. Good. Okay. So, we achieved that. At least. Who are these guys on the statues? Lots of flax flowers. Not sure if the colors are different flax properties or not. I don't think they are. But we have a lot of stuff now, so it's time to do more alchemy. Okay, so we got some alchemy flowers, which we can actually use for restore intelligence potions. Your stained fingers attest to your diligence in mixing potions and learning their secrets. You are now an apprentice of alchemy. And we now gain the first 2 effects of all potions, or of all ingredients. And of course, as usual, our potions get a bit stronger. So now everything has 2 abilities we can use. That is, we still require a second one. But the more ingredients you have, the more you can combine. And you can actually combine properties, which is kind of cool. So for example, we could now chain that and make a pretty decent potion. And if you have more abilities on something, you'll actually... That's a pretty good poison, I think. I don't think it will be that useful because most enemies won't be near their carry capacity. So it's still somewhat useless in the end. Okay, we could make a poison with that. But I believe... Yeah, that's a poison. Ooh, interesting. Remove that. Actually, we'll add this and that. Because I believe a Detect Life potion would be better to sell. Okay, we don't have anything to match with that. Ooh, Restore Magicka. That's something we don't have a match for. What about the Flyer Manito? Let's make some... No, we can't make any more poisons. Fine. Okay, anything else I can do here? There's a crapload of stuff you can use to damage fatigue. I think it's kind of a... I won't say a placeholder, but it's kind of your bog standard poison. What about this? Oh, now we have stuff. We can now damage health. Yes, please. Actually, what's the second trait here? Restore strength. We don't want the poison that damages health but restores strength. Okay, I think that'll do. Is that...
Over here!
Oh, no, not you.
We can't talk here. Too public. Meet me behind the great chapel at midnight. Don't let anyone follow you. I'll make it worth your while.
Okay. What's the time right now? It's 3 in the... You're around at 3 in the bloody morning. Seriously, dude, you need to get a life. I will take all your morning glory, my friends. And I'll harvest it at night because I can. Now, who would stack boxes over there? How do you actually... Do you have to lob them over this wall? And what unergonomic way is there to get to the content of those boxes? There's no door in here. I don't think anyone can squeeze through there. So those boxes here are completely dead. This is the worst place to put box, really. Summit Mist Mana, which is just as useless to us. Now we did get the recommendation from Skingred, presumably. We were also informed about a Hlalu person being very close to the graveyard every now and then, which was apparently somewhat creepy. I mean, it is. There's more flax seeds here. I think we've harvested most of those. That's probably the punishment for me just going in there holding E. Ooh, Mandrake. Bergamot and some more Flyer Manita. Not sure whose herb garden I just ruined, but I just did. Okay, let's actually... I think most innkeepers will also buy potions for whatever reason. You are the innkeeper, I think.
Go ahead, please.
No, you're not.
I have a...
No, thank you. We actually don't want to buy or to rent a bed, because screw it. We don't have to. We can always crash at the Mage's Guild. We don't want to, though. For now... do I really want to go to the... Yeah, let's do the main quest for now. Actually, no. Let's before we do that, let's go back to the Mage's Guild, have a nap, and stock up on things. Like, I need a few things desperately. Mage's Guild living quarters. I want to sleep in here for 3 hours. 3 hours should do. Oi. We're just sitting like on top of that.
What do you want? May I interest
spells do
you
you
in some
have?
of my fine wares?
Ooh, nice. We could cast this once, precisely once, and we couldn't actually do it because we are out. Well, we don't have the destruction skill for that. We don't have 50 or we're not anywhere near 50. Okay. Now you can also combine spells. So we could, for example, buy this, and then have a spell that first weakens the target's resistance and then burns them. Fun times. But all of this stuff is only available once you actually finished the Mage's Guild introduction. Remember, we are not quite members yet.
Goodbye.
We're just... well, we're members of the Mage's Guild, but not full members. We're kind of associates, apprentices, what have you. So we don't have access to all the, well, perks that full members will have. Okay. You.
Not so loud, please. What a headache I've got. Well, have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Oh, I'm sure about that. Ooh, nice. Okay, so the one thing we want... We don't have anything to sell for her. But the one thing we want from her are those stupid hammers. Not those, I want those. I'd also like to... Actually, no. Let's actually talk to her first.
Say what you're going to say.
Because she is quite pickled apparently, so she has a splitting headache. So no, no, yes and yes. Lovely.
What?
No, yes.
Whatever you want.
I doubt it.
Yes.
Sure. That's cute.
Yes.
Please. I'm sorry. I doubt it.
Yes.
Don't cry to me.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
That was stupid.
I doubt it.
Get that out
What
of the way.
nonsense.
Rotate and
That's
get
pretty.
good ones.
Whatever you want.
What
This,
nonsense.
that,
Don't.
get
Please.
that,
I
that,
doubt it.
that.
Not bad. You're good.
And now we should
offer
be
the
able to
finest
haggle
good.
a bit more. And at least get some discount on those stupid hammers. Yeah, we got it down we got it down by 1 goat. That's fine with me. Because we need a few of those. Yes.
That's a good deal. Thank you.
It really wasn't, believe me.
Goodbye.
It really wasn't. However, we need them. And I need the armor practice. Because at some point, having to buy or having to fix your magical stuff will get expensive. And by the time we have all magical stuff, it will be very expensive. That looks a bit different than the other ones. Those are more bluish, and those are purplish. I don't know why they are. I don't think we should look into more of the biology here. What's that quest? Oh no, I'm not doing Glarth's quest. Screw that. We are instead going to find the heir. I just don't feel like wasting a full day in Skingrad. Can be a fine place, and we're going to return here a few times. But we are not going to stay here for now. There are more urgent places we have to be. Also, before I forget that, I actually wanted to also sell some potions.
How are you?
That is the lodge. That's a bakery, or at least the house of the baker. Is there no potion shop here? Why are you tilling the path?
I'm Tamika. We grow our own grapes and make fun.
Yeah, but do you have to make them on the way? Okay, get me the local map. Chapel, Tamika. Yeah, I've actually seen her, Surly Brothers. Isn't that another winemaker? In Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Colovian Traders. All things alchemical, that's where we want to go. So we'll go around the stupid chapel. And then head to an alchemist. To sell those cheap, my first potions I made. And maybe some of the good ones as well. Really, the potions you most want in most cases are those,
It's you. Hi.
what's that? That's a blacksmith. All things alchemical. The thing you really want in most cases is...
Me? I'm Fulano.
Okay, what about
I
Nerdred?
don't know. Never seen that.
Ah, great. In the Westfield Inn.
Have a look
That's where we
around.
find him. We'll also talk to
You won't find
Sindarion.
prices in all Tamriel.
We want to sell... Actually, we want to hold on to that. Actually, no, they're too weak. There's no point in keeping those.
A good
Screw
book.
those. Also
Right,
that. That. Yes, please. Sell those. Those. Yes. We'll hold on to those. We're gonna quaff those very soon. I can almost guarantee that. So apparently this person here likes to hang around near graveyards. Westfield Inn, it said. That would be over here somewhere. Are you the Westfield Inn? No. Rosethorn Hall. Which one was the Westfield Inn? No. No. God damn it. Yeah, move it. There we go. Down the road.
Hi there.
down the road, and this here is the Westweald Inn. No, it's not. I mean, this here is the Westweald Inn, where we can find Siderion, who may be able to tell us about the strange nerd route we found.
Today's your lucky day, so let's hear it.
Let's not talk to someone who is a god hater. I'm looking for... I'm looking for...
Do you want something from me?
Ask. Go ahead. Have a good day now.
Okay. Oh, Siderion Cellar. I guess that's where he lives. Now, Siderion can actually be found in Skyrim as well, although he's not as alive as here.
To examine.
Yes, I found some nerd root.
Yes, this is a genuine Nirnroot sample. Very nice quality, in fact. That gives me an idea. Since you already know what they look like, do you feel up to a bit of a collecting expedition?
Sure.
Excellent. But before you go, you're going to need to learn a bit more about Nirnroot. Otherwise, you may walk in circles and never find any.
Okay, then tell me about the bloody
A
thing.
few years ago, an adventurer not unlike yourself sold me a musty old tome containing alchemical formulas. Most of them were worthless. But one of the moldy pages contained a recipe for a potion known as an elixir of exploration, a sort of ultimate dungeon delver's brew. The formula looked sound, except it required an extremely rare ingredient. Yes, you guessed it, the Nirnroot. I put the book aside because, frankly, I had so many other delicate experiments going on that I just didn't have the time to go plant hunting. Now that you're here, that changes things.
Okay, what about this elixir is making it so great?
The elixir of exploration is a multi-purpose potion that was obviously created with the dungeon explorer in mind. The formula describes many magnitudes of the brew. If you're interested, I wrote a short missive about it for the Imperial Alchemy Symposium. You bring me 10 samples of Nirnroot, and I'll make the elixir available to you at a huge discount, as well as give you one for free. The best place for you to start would be Shade Leaf Copse, which is a part of the Great Forest northeast of here. Good luck, and hurry back with more of the Nirnroot.
Okay. So,
What?
let's have a look at this missive. We're not going to read the entire thing because it seems like like a science paper, and we're not here to read those. I have read my share of those, mind you. Okay, so it needs a significant body of water. And soon to be extinct, apparently. Okay. Okay, so apparently there has been a different known route. Blah blah blah. Okay. Red Mountain. Okay. What with that? Here. Well, it doesn't speak anything about the stupid potion he's going to make.
It's you.
Lovely. So we can now also look for Nirnroot if we want to. We could do it all the time, but we can now specifically look for it and actually gain the quest. Okay, let's go to the Westweald. I want to go west. I did want to go west.
Hello.
Okay. I would look for my horse and actually bring it along, but I don't think there's much of a point in that. Let's have more seeds. Right now, alchemy is not giving us much money, but it is doing something. And it's also giving us intelligence, which is something we direly need. Especially if we're gonna be successful in the Mages Guild. Enjoy the popping of plants there. Now we are going to deliver something to what was his name? Martin. Martin Septim, rather. And who of us believes this is just going to be a quick thing? Just go there, he thanks us, and we're good to go. Yeah, quite sure. Nobody does. Although, with the way up and wasting time, I think the Empire would be dead by now if it was that urgent. Also, there's an alien druid there. And we found a camp, which we don't really care about. Oi!
Show me what you've got.
Okay, let's use some magic help. Okay, I don't think I'll be able to withstand that. There, some of that. Ooh, lockpick. Let's have that. And that cuirass, because why the hell not? Cuirasses are somewhat valuable, so we'll take it. We are, of course, going to find more valuable stuff later on. Bandit camps. A nice source of income, after all. There's another cave. We currently don't have time to explore. We are, after all, on a mission, and we've already wasted enough time as is. But I have to say, moon sugar smuggling in Morrowind was a good income. We didn't actually smuggle it, we just got it. Firelight Cave. Sounds pretty romantic. Okay, let's just keep going. Should just be down the road. Now, fun thing is, we hit T. Okay, there are enemies nearby, which is kind of annoying. I don't know where they are. But apparently they're nearby. I'm quite sure it's one of those imps. They do live in this area. Oh, a bridge. Bridges are... There we go, there's a bandit. Okay, your light armor is like a second skin after all these days and weeks we're in. You have learned to move easily with it in combat. And it is no longer damaged as swiftly from combat. Lovely. Could you find where I can see shit? Thank you. Idiot. Ooh, nice, an axe. I'll have that. Now, I never bothered figuring out the calendar of Tamriel. Like, it's something I never really needed. In most other games, you do need it eventually. For example, I remember Might and Magic. I think it had a... I think Might and Magic 6 had a very similar calendar to the real world, if it wasn't even the real world calendar. And it actually had some importance there, because certain things had to happen at certain dates. Mostly the druid advancements. There was a like a Stonehenge, a stone circle, which you had to be in for a ritual at a certain time. I think at the solstices. So if you wanted to have your advancement, you had to be there at those times. So you had to also know when those times would be. Otherwise, of course, you would just not be promoted. And that was, I think that was literally one of the only requirements for this class to advance. So you could learn like more skills and better skills and all that stuff. And in here, it just never is that useful. Like, you never have any need to figure out dates and stuff like that. Okay, where's Kvatch? I think that's Kvatch. And I think we're about to get attacked. Again. From somewhere. Okay, who or what is seeing me? Nothing. Great. So I was worried for no bloody reason. Now you can also find some alien wells here, which will restore your magicka. Funnily enough. Okay. Seeds and stuff for us. I'm not sure how many kilograms of alchemic ingredients we're carrying around. We will also need some of those for later, when we do the Daedra quests, because of course in order to talk to the Daedra, you will have to sacrifice something. They'll usually want an offering of some sort of ingredient. I know Azura wants glow dust, and Mephala wants nightshade. I think you need like 5 or 3 of those. And you also have to be of a certain level, which I think is one of the only times when there is a level requirement for things. The Daedra are required to be of a certain strength and level to be worthy of talking to them, I guess. And I should probably stop taking all those flax seeds with me. But we'll make a ton of Restore Magicka potions very soon. Because there's one of the few potions that I do quaff quite a lot. Although, of course, if we keep going at the current direction, I don't mean south-southwest, we will probably end up with a good supply of... I almost missed those. I will probably end up with a fair supply of magicka without potions as well, considering we will have a massive intelligence and willpower. Okay, are you a bandit bowman?
Let's get this over with.
Okay, that was kind of pointless, but you saw how little damage my my fireball did to him. That is the Dunmer ability of resisting fire. The buggers are mostly fireproof. We're still heading to Kvatch, yes. We'll take the regular approach, which is along the road. Oi. Okay, we might want to throw in some potions again. Maybe a little bit of respite and a bit of healing. Yikes, that was durable. But boar meat is apparently very expensive. Considering how hard the thing was to bring down, I can imagine that. I have a feeling I do want a silver weapon soon. Or something similar. Because we are about to encounter magical enemies. I think I can spoil that much so far. I'm quite sure the exact story of Oblivion is known to most of you anyway. By the way, if you want to experience the magic of the Elder Scrolls games, of the older ones, there is currently a flash sale happening on GOG, with chances of having like Bethesda titles and all, pretty much all titles really, are pretty good. So if you're up for that, go and grab them. Check out GOG.com and yeah, just browse for games and have fun. Oi. Well, at least those are getting easier. I know it was just a regular wolf, not a timber wolf. But we're also getting better at blades, which is lovely. Okay, which is the road to Kvatch? Did we miss it? No. I don't actually look for plants, by the way. I just grab whatever plant looks fancy and hope it's harvestable. Like, those things here will always throw me off because they're not harvestable. At least not for now. I'm not sure if there is stuff that you don't recognize until you're high on alchemy. I don't think there is, so... Ooh, fennel. Actual plant I know from real life. There are also plants that grow in the Daedric regions, which we'll probably get to see soon enough. Okay. Ooh, Aloe. We should soon find an intersection. And don't ask me why I'm always sneaking. I just like sneaking, okay? It's the way I use to traverse the country. Not in real life, I'm not really built for sneaking. I mean, I could probably try to disguise as a rock or something. But I don't think that's very convincing. Okay, that is the way to go. This is no house, it's just a huge rock. I thought it was like one of those cottage houses with... There we go. Was that a bandit woman? Fancy plants.
Come on, run while there's still time. The guard still holds the road, but it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed.
Okay, from what?
God's blood. You don't know, do you?
No.
Deidre overran Kvatch last night. There were glowing portals outside the walls, gates to Oblivion itself. There was a huge creature, something out of a nightmare, came right over the walls, blasting fire that swarmed around it, killing.
So wait a minute. Does that mean if I hadn't wasted that much time like doing major skill stuff and all that, we wouldn't be in this situation?
Go and see for yourself. Kvatch is a smoking ruin. We're all that's left. Do you understand me? Everyone else is dead.
How did you escape then?
It was Savli and Matthias. Some of the other guards helped some of us escape. They cut their way out, right through the city gates. Savlian says they can hold the road. No, I don't believe him. Nothing can stop them. If you'd seen it, you'd know. I'm getting out of here before it's too late. They'll be here any minute, I'm telling you. Run when you can.
Okay, I'd be ready to cut him down now as well, but screw it. It's not worth my time. We do still need one pointless murder after all.
I just can't sleep. I lie down and close my eyes, but I can't stop thinking. What do you want?
Okay, has anyone here Martin?
You mean the priest? I don't think he made it out of the city. Very few of us did. But Savli and Matthias might know more. He's in charge of the city guard that are defending the camp.
Okay, fine. Where can I find him?
Find him at the barricade at the top of the road.
Wonderful, thank you.
Good day.
Any of you happen to be a merchant of sorts?
Goodbye.
Yeah, I hear it's much more picturesque in winter. Okay. Are you, you're not Savli and Matthias? I don't think any of those guys has anything important to say, so screw them. We'll just make our way over to... Oh wow, that looks ominous and foreboding. Also sounds ominous. We haven't seen any thunderstorms in Oblivion just yet, or in Cyrodiil yet. Apparently now we have them. Hooray! Go us. Okay, it looks very Daedric.
Stand back, civilian. This is no place for you. Get back to the encampment at once.
What happened here?
Lost the damn city. That's what happened.
Sorry.
It's too much. Too fast. We were overwhelmed. Couldn't even get everyone out. There are still people trapped in there. Some made it to the chapel, but others were just run down in the streets. The Count and his men are still holed up in the castle. And now we can't even get back into the city to help them. That damned Oblivion gate blocking the way.
What will you do now?
The only thing we can do. We'll try to hold our ground, that's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now.
Okay, what about Martin Sepp?
You mean the priest? Last I saw him, he was leading a group towards the chapel of Akatosh. If he's lucky, he's trapped in there with the rest of them. At least safer. If he's not.
Okay, fine. Where'd that gate come from?
Some kind of portal to Oblivion. The enemy used them to attack the city. They appeared outside the walls, and Daedra poured out. They've opened one right in front of the city gates. Until that gate is closed, the best I can do is try to hold these barricades.
Okay. What if I help you?
You want to help? You're kidding, right?
No.
If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure?
No. Fine, I'll do whatever I can, which is not that much, but I'll
Don't
do.
know how to close this gate, but it must be possible, because the enemy closed the ones they opened during the initial attack. You can see the marks on the ground where they were, with the great gate right in the middle. I sent men into the gate to see if they could find a way to shut it. They haven't come back.
Okay.
You can get in there, find out what happened to them. If they're alive, help them finish the job. If not, see what you can do on your own. The best I can say is good luck. If you make it back alive, we'll be waiting for you.
Ugh, fine. I'll do that then.
Good luck. It's a brave thing you do.
Okay. Now those standard scams are weaker than the regular ones. They also usually don't drop scamp skin, which is kind of annoying. And they will be, well, they're basically just weaker scams for you to fight on an early level. So there's little loot involved in getting them, and less danger, slightly less danger. And as you can see here, they're still plentiful. Ow! Sorry.
Thank the Nine. I never thought I'd see another friendly face. The others, taken. They were taken to the tower.
And so, what's going on here?
Captain Mattias sent us in to try and close the gate. We were ambushed, trapped, and picked off. I managed to escape, but the others are strewn across that bridge. They took Menion off to the big tower. You've got to save him. I'm getting out of here.
Okay, Captain Mattis will need your help.
The captain is still holding the barricade? I figured I was the last one left alive. All right. I'll try to get out of it.
We could have also used him here. I won't lie about that. But I think it might be good to have him on the other side as well. Okay, so this gate I think is closed off and won't open for us. Yeah, it is opened elsewhere. Lovely. So we are now trapped in the plane of Oblivion, which has its own unique plants and life forms. Also, I don't think most of those soldiers were going to be very well. Okay. By the way, most of those things you don't want to be too close to because they will hurt you. They will definitely hurt you. Like so. That is actual poison gas. Ow, I walked right into that. Tried to avoid it and I walked right into it. At least I got some arrows out of that. Well, arrows back, not actually gained arrows. Okay, now I think all the data here are kind of weakened versions of what you'd usually encounter. Also to make use of this rare opportunity to gather stuff. Although I believe most of the things you find in this plane of Oblivion are very, very unpleasant to ingest, so the beneficial or more powerful properties of those will be unlocked later and on higher alchemy skill levels. Okay, I should also, what I actually wanted to do was switch to my fireball spell, which I think will serve me very well here. Also, those cocoons usually hold some sort of loot, memory serves. Yeah, we'll totally have all of that. Right, I have a search up spell. I should totally use that. I will not want to walk into the lava there. It's a general sign of... a general rule of adventuring. You don't want to touch lava. Now, in Morrowind we could actually afford to touch the lava for a short period, because we were Dunmer and thus very fireproof. In here we are Argonian and not as fireproof. Not even close. We'll have to go that way, I think. And gather the blood grubs. Now this place is quite expansive. The Harada. Being a very useful plant. Now I would also not mind to be able to grab some of those Legion kits. I think the Imperial Legion, poor guy, the Imperial Legion has some pretty impressive stuff, at least for the beginning stages of the game. I wouldn't mind joining the Legion and just grabbing their kit. Just saying. At least I think that's a good way to start the game as well. Like in Morrowind they would give you a free suit of armor. I think they even give you the choice between heavy and light armor. Which made a lot of sense. Okay. Ow! Okay, let's not risk anything and actually drink a weak potion of healing. And this is pretty much why I wanted to get to level 5 before going here. I mean, you see how hard we're struggling, and this is only the weaker stuff. I should have probably... Definitely... Did you see that? This root is trying to fucking kill us. I think you can always leave Oblivion again. And just get on with your regular adventuring. But you will eventually have to face all those Daedra. And let's get this over with right now. Although I'm not sure if we'll get it done this live stream, because I am going to go to bed very soon. At least that's the plan. Very soon, but soon-ish. Which, as those of you who know me know probably, can mean anything between like 10 minutes and 3 more hours if I really miss the time. Ooh, more spittle sticks. I think bloodgrass is not too exotic. I want to be careful with this stuff. I mean, it's kind of ubiquitous here, but it's kind of rare in the regular places in Cyrodiil. However, I want to know what it does. So let's see that. It gives you chameleon, nice. What about the other stuff? We got what else did we have? Getting Harada. It damages health and magicka. And you can see what I mean earlier, what I meant earlier. Like, this stuff here has some very negative effects. We don't need this to for the damage health ability, because screw that. We have plenty of stuff that does that already. So, what else did we find? We found Nightshade, which is another very poisonous plant. We're not going to use any of the Nirnroot potions, even though they do have some pretty amazing properties. I think they also regenerate health. Magicka, not health. So yeah, the Somnalius thing, the Spittle Stick. You can see you could use those for poisons, but I really think there are better uses for them. I think one of them actually makes you invisible if you mix it with the right things. And I would say it's pretty obvious that invisibility, what a terrible word, is more useful than taking like 5 points of damage, dealing like 5 points of damage to an enemy. Thank you for that fleshy pod. Definitely want to empty those because we do need. Oh shit. Yeah, I can lob fireballs too. Git. Ow. Stop it. Have some fireballs, jerk. Oh, we are so in need of more magicka and more health. I think that's one thing you usually short in most of those games, health. We're also pretty much down on arrows. Like, everything we attack here has the ability to soak up so much damage that we're almost running out, or at least running low on arrows. Okay, ooh, there's more stuff. Are those fleshy pods, or are those just they are fleshy pods, which we can use for fun and profit. Let's grab that from here. I would like them to give me more potions. Okay, I increased my skill by catching my own arrow. Maybe I would also gain skill by attacking bad and random pieces of furniture. But I'm not going to find out anytime soon. What do you mean by nothing of use? It is a plant that automatically attacks things. I'm quite sure we could find a use for that. We're also seen by something. I don't know what. Did the plant notice us? Is that the way to go? Did we come this way already? Questions. Oh no, it's certainly a new way. They have some fireballs as well. It was a nice hit though, gotta say that. Also, those are explosive traps. I think we can set off with arrows. There, see, it exploded one. If we can get it to walk past it. There you go. I don't think there's any bed in here. Yeah, those things are useful. I saw that clanf here. Oh, it's fireproof. Fuck off, it's fireproof. He said, lobbing more fireballs at it. I might want to get the ice grip spell. Ready, that is. We harvested those. We harvested those. Now we might also use those various plants for the usual nefarious purpose of crafting poisons, not potions, poisonous potions. You get the gist. Use the very obvious properties to make those poisons, because that might save us in the one situation. Also, we kind of crit that one. And I'm not sure if there's a point in exploring the entirety of this place. I would, however, like to... Ooh, lovely. So this was apparently already weakened. Okay, so towers, towers, towers. Huge ass spines. Can I actually rest here? No, I can only wait here, which is not the same as resting. And I really don't feel like walking all the way back. Because, well, we're still in Kvatch, but still, no. Just no. Get me the cold touch ready. Yeah, that's a lot more efficient. So we can take this essence. I could also have tried to soul trap it, but I kind of missed that chance. Okay, this stuff here is still usable. So let's have that. Now we do want to stay in sneak mode, because there is more stuff around here. And we don't want everything to notice us right away. Let's just say the Daedra are very good at fireball spells, and we are not very good at taking those to the face. Okay, I think there's one Dremora up here. Nope. That was not one here, that's definitely two. And we are in need of healing. In dire need of healing. Okay, that worked. We'll take all of that. Ooh. It's so heavy though. It's so heavy. But look at this price. The burden of sin. Some Daedra hearts though. Very valuable ingredient. Okay, do you have anything I can drop? This steel mace, for example. Fine. This steel mace here. And I knew I had a steel war axe I wanted to sell. Not selling it anymore. I am dropping this stuff, and I'm taking this. Not sure why I can't take the Daedric armor as well. I would have liked that. But yeah. Okay, so I think this one would restore my health. Of course, something I realize now. The Blood Feast and a Citadel Hall door. I think leads down to the other side of the Citadel. Note how we already wasted 30 arrows. 30. Well, actually way more than that. But when I got in here, I had like, I think 130. Oh, well, into Oblivion. And now we're having... Okay, that's the other side. And now we're down to 80 arrows. 80. And we are going to use a lot more than those. Okay, so up here and then maybe here. Yeah, that's the only actual door we can find. Quite sure there's more Dremora over here. Actually, give me the cold touch. go. Why is the burden of sin so expensive? Oh, because it's magical. Nice. Very nice. And I stand corrected, there are actual blunt weapons. So those are, yes, those are doors. I believe we can rest in the chapel. So that will be our way of leveling up, of finishing the level up process. This was quicker than expected, by the way. Okay. Get the destruction spell ready. Code touch one, that is. Yikes, I hate those. I absolutely hate those. Oh, I also hear traps. Ooh, lucky. Lucky us, we just got this sorted. With our last bit of magicka. How's our destruction spell going? Skill going? Shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, we're about to get another level up there, or another point there. Also, there's the progress meter I was looking for earlier. So apparently we do have one of those. And we can now check if the progress we made here actually translates to... translates to... Okay, I can sit on the bench. I can also take the go from that corpse. Okay, that looks lethal. That's the door outside. There's many door leading outside. We do need a key for that, so we don't have a key. Don't think any of the creatures here was willing to drop one, or would be given one. Can I sleep on that? Don't think so. Okay, so the only way we can go is apparently this one. That's safe. I see no railings or anything. No hand guards or handrails. I think it's handrails. Come on, switch it. I should probably hotkey that as well.
In the cage! Over here!
Not you.
Over here! In the cage! Over here!
Okay, we need a potion. I will start with the weak ones. I need that key anyway. I think there's one Dremora down there somewhere as well. Or something is down there.
Quickly, quickly, there's no time.
Okay.
You must get to the top of the large tower. The sigil key, they call it. That's what keeps the Oblivion gate open. Find the sigil stone. Remove it and the gate will close. Hurry! The keeper has the key. You must get the key.
Now, I kind of realized that already because I did kill the keeper and looted the key from him. My friend, they must have had your arm somewhere, don't they? Do I want to go down there? I know there's a scamp. I don't care enough. I mean, we're also already almost at the end of our capacity. So I think it would be a good move to just leave this place as soon as we can. How do we leave it? I think this way. Also, you get the point, we'll save the game. Okay, sigil keep key. Get my wonderful, wonderful code touch ready. I should probably also invest in a new code spell. But screw it. Also, what we want to do, what we might want to do before heading in there, could be to use some of those hammers, because, yeah. My gear has taken quite a beating. And I'm only now realizing how much of a beating it has received. Oops. Ow. Okay. Thank you, but no thank you. Imagine that as the Atronak. Or with the Atronak sign. Wouldn't be that great, would it? However, this is not all the Atronak or the data we're about to face here. There is way more where those came from. Way more. Why did I do that? That was kind of stupid because we do not yet have the... Very nice. We'll not take those greaves, we can't carry those. I'll have those arrows though. Now, am I supposed to go down there? No. That also doesn't seem like a safe way to walk. I think I'll pass on that. And find myself another way. Is there another way? Probably not. That doesn't seem like the way though. No, we have to get up there. Have to get up there somewhere, somehow. Do we? I mean, this doesn't seem like the way. That's the only way we found, so I guess it still has to be. I guess we'll have to try it somehow. We took that door and that door. I mean, they're next to each other, so they're probably leading to the same thing. Is there any ladder here? No. Do I really want to do that? I actually don't. I mean, look at that. There is no way here. Well, there were two ways that required a key, so let's take the other one. Let's just take the other one. And try not to get speared. Isn't that the way with a key? Yes, lovely. So that was just a bonus thing we could grab. Lovely. I need my touch ready. I won't bother with soul trapping creatures for now, mostly because I'm more concerned with surviving, and we don't have that many soul gems either, so it just doesn't really seem worth it. Oi. Yeah, I should have probably noticed those blood stains on the floor. I actually like that. It's a strategy that seems to work. While cowardly, it does work. I was hoping we could get the Dromora into those traps, just to see if they actually insta-kill. But something tells me I might very soon notice that as well. Close. Way too close for comfort. Then again, anything regarding traps is a bit too close for comfort for my taste. Okay, so this should be, yeah, that's the right door. And as usual, we want the cold touch spell ready. Because we're about to have to kill some kind of sigil keeper, do we? No? Yes. Okay, don't lose track of your own health. Don't do that. Let's see, we'll put it in strong potion. Ooh, another burden of sin. I kinda want that. Then again, we can't afford to... I could drop something. And no, I'm not dropping a shitload of alchemic ingredients. Screw that. Okay, so this must be the portal to the Blood Feast. Oh shit. No. I really don't want to be in here. I am seen. I have been spotted. Well, we're almost at the top, so can't be that bad. Whatever's ahead of us can't be as bad as what we've already have behind us. I hope. I mean, I keep telling myself that in real life as well. Can't get any worse, really. And then I end up in a call center. Let's not get into that again. Okay. Is there another kind of keepery person here? Signum Sanguis. Okay, I don't think he's gonna make that fall. There is a health fountain here. That's never a good sign. And lots of magical fountains as well. I am very careful here. If my sneak skill increases, it means there's something that's not noticing me. Probably something very strong and angry. Also, I dread to think what those punished things are made of. Okay, that's ooh, nice. That was almost worth it. I think there was another punished over here we can take. More loot. Actually decent loot. It's not great stuff, but it's stuff we can handle. Stuff we can certainly use. Okay, and this will collapse the Oblivion gate if we take it. Could we perhaps not fall down there? Okay, also, could we perhaps not die? No, thank you. Mace. Ooh, more sojourns. Lovely. I am over. Screw that. I am so over encumbered. I mean, I wouldn't be if I had my rest, because then I would have been able to level up my strength again. But we should be unencumbered again soon, because we have used a lot of stuff. So if I just fix my gear, there we go. Now we are under-encumbered again. Hooray, we took the sigil stone. And are over encumbered again. Okay, so we did manage to close off. Hooray! Please make this my active quest. And now we have the subjacent sigil stone, which I think is a one-time use item. I know it's an enchantment. Nice. It is actually an enchantment. I don't want to waste that on my... No, I don't waste it on my short sword. But we have to use it for something. Actually, I will use this and poison my sword. There we go. Because a poison you smear on your weapon will not cost you anything, weight-wise.
Clutch is finished.
Close the gate. I knew you could. I need you to come with us. You've got far more combat experience than these men.
No.
Are you able to join us now? I can wait, but not for long. We've got to move quickly.
I'm not really ready, but screw it. Let's go. Right. Yeah, for whatever. Now, I really would have probably wanted a heal others spell, because the people here are not really able to heal themselves.
Come on, for Kavach!
I probably want my code touch ready. Ow! Okay, that is probably a bad move. I was clearly not ready for that. However, we are going to use the potions we don't have anymore. Where's my healing spell? Okay, I distract them, you actually kill them. Okay, did we lose anyone? Doesn't look like it. Should we open the gates? You there?
We wiped the bastards out! It's safe to pull those people out of the chapel. Come on. This...
Okay, so the battle for Kavach will take a while. At least we can go to Martin's Septum now. We should still be in the chapel. There he is.
I heard about how you helped the guard drive the Daedra back. Well done.
Kind of a long story, but the Emperor told me to find you.
The Emperor is dead. Who are you? What do you really want with me?
You're Martin, right? The priest guy?
Yes, I'm a priest. Do you need a priest? I don't think I'll be much help to you. I'm having trouble understanding the gods right now. If all this is part of a divine plan, I'm not sure I want to have anything to do with it.
There is kind of a plan, I guess. We're part of it anyway.
What plan? What are you talking about? I prayed to Akatosh all through that terrible night, but no help came. Only more Daedra. What can you possibly know that would help me make sense of this?
You are Uriel Septim's son.
Emperor Uriel Septim? You think the Emperor is my father? No, you must have the wrong man. I am a priest of Akatosh. My father was a farmer.
Well, the Daedra came here for you. Actually, no, the Emperor knew you were in danger.
You spoke to the Emperor before he died? And he told you to find me?
Why would I lie to you? How would I come up with this as a lie?
I don't know. It's strange. be telling the truth. What does this mean? What do you want from me?
Well, we do need to get to Wine and Priory.
You destroyed the Oblivion Gate, they say. You gave them hope. You helped them drive the Daedra back. Yes, I'll come with you to Wayne and Priory and hear what Joffrey has to say. Lead on.
Okay. Actually, I was sure there was some sort of bedroll over here. Yes. Hooray, we finally got a level up. Okay, there is no triple upgrade here, which kind of sucks. I was expecting more than that. We do want endurance. Oh, you've learned a lot about Cyrodiil and about yourself. It's hard to believe how ignorant you were, but now you have so much more to learn. We'll go with luck. And apparently nothing here says you will gain magicka by leveling. But we were like at 152 earlier, so if I go with strength, yeah, we gained a little bit of magicka.
I just can't sleep.
Unless you need something.
Please wait here for now. Because we'll continue the battle for Kvatch.
There were others, sir, but they refused to stay put. We tried to convince them it was dangerous, but they left anyway. I guess they didn't make it.
Very well. The area outside the chapel has been cleared, and these people need to be taken to safety. Escort them to the camp south of here at once.
But, sir, I want to help fight.
You will, soldier. Once they're secure, get back here immediately. We'll need every available blade, and there'll be plenty of fighting to go around.
Sir, yes, sir. Civilians, it's time to move out. Let's go.
Okay, I think she would have taken Martin out of here had we not talked to him before. And, okay, no.
Unless you need...
Actually, follow me. We'll leave Martin outside of Kvatch. So we'll bring him to the encampment first. Then we'll go back into Kvatch to do the battle for Kvatch. Actually, if he just waits here, that's enough. Martin. Martin. Come on now. Okay, if you don't mind, wait right here. Got something to take care of. Okay. So, back in we go. You there.
We've done it. I can't believe it. I didn't really think this would work. Maybe we do have a fighting chance.
We don't.
Oh, yes. We're not done. Not even close. This was only the first step. If this town is to be ours again, we'll need to get inside the castle.
So no other way.
This far with us. Will you go further? If we're truly going to succeed, I'll need much more of your help. I warn you, though, what we've seen so far is nothing compared to the battle that likely awaits us.
Oh, great.
Take a few moments to catch your breath and think it over.
Okay, now I don't think I'm ready for a bigger fight because I'm out of health potions. We can't craft more of those because we don't have any more. We still have some sorcery potions and all sorts of other stuff. I'm gonna sell most of that stuff. Let's face it, I'm gonna sell most of it. But we do need to do that. So let's get Martin to Wayne Priory, then return to Kavach, and then we should be fine. I think that's a better plan. Get Martin to safety.
I'm just tired.
Unless you need...
Please follow me. I think we can instant travel. I really don't feel like doing more of that. Find the air. And move to Wayne Priory. Oi!
Help! I was in the ship,
Okay,
looked around the corner. Suddenly, weapons appeared in their hands, and I don't know.
I was skipping that because we're... Ow! Okay, at least I had some gold. And some bread. I'll have that. Alright, I probably shouldn't be picking mushrooms now.
God's blood! That came out of nowhere! Have you seen Grandmaster Joffrey?
No.
Quick! He may need our help.
You're a katana-wielding monk for all I care. Ooh, you have a gold ring. Now I have a gold ring. Alright, the chapel. The chapel. I keep getting sidetracked here.
Your timing is excellent. I'll take the one on the right.
Paradise.
Only the chosen will survive the cleansing.
Paradise. Paradise.
You're back. They attacked without warning. I was praying in the chapel when I heard Prior Maberel shout, "The Amulet of Kings." I fear that was the target of this attack. I kept it in a secret room in Waynon House.
Okay.
We need to go see if it is safe.
I'll go check on that. Should I nick the... No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't nick the sacred silverware.
Amulet of Kings.
Of course they would. What else would they come for? Also get the Cold Touch ready again. It's a spell that has done us a lot of good in the last days.
What is it?
They've taken it. The Amulet of Kings is gone. The enemy has defeated us at every turn.
Well, I found Martin at least.
So it has not all gone against us. Thank Talos for that. We gained Uriel's heir and lost the Amulet of Kings. Martin cannot stay here. We have driven them off, but they will be back once they learn of Martin's survival. Which they will.
And where would he be safe?
Nowhere is truly safe against the power arrayed against us. But we must play for time, at least. Cloud Ruler Temple, I think. The hidden fortress of the Blades in the mountains near Bruma. A few men can hold it against an army. We should leave at once.
Okay, where is that temple?
Cloud Ruler Temple was built long ago by the founders of the Blades, back in the days of Raymond Cyrodiil. It is high in the mountains near Bruma. Our ancient fortress, sanctuary, refuge of last resort. Martin will be as safe there as anywhere.
That doesn't sound positive. What about the amulet?
With the amulet taken by the enemy, we must get Martin to safety at Cloud Ruler Temple.
Okay, fine.
We should get moving. I won't rest easy until Martin is safe at Cloud Ruler Temple.
Okay.
Let's continue on to Cloud.
So now everybody's following me or what?
As a blade, my...
Okay, fine. Now those two should be immortal, so I believe if I were to do that, I could probably just have those two follow me around now. Or not. So we may or may not have to walk all the way to Cloud Ruler Temple, which is over there. Do I have to walk with them? I don't think I do. Ugh, fine. We'll escort them there. We get to take horses. Oh, this might take a while. Where's my horse, actually? Oh, I do need to escort them. You know what, fuck that. We are not going to walk. Forget about it. Where did you leave your... Oh, right.
How can I help you?
Now, the temple is really not far from the city, which is kind of weird. You'd think it's been discovered a while ago. Hurry up, man. Got stuff to do. I mean, we do need to sell a lot of loot. Ooh, lavender. Lovely stuff. So there is Cloud Ruler Temple. I think it's this way to get in. Yeah, should be. Move it. Okay.
Grandmaster, is this...
Yes, Cyrus. This is the Emperor's son, Martin Septim.
My lord, welcome to Cloud Ruler Temple. We have not had the honor of an emperor's visit in many years.
Ah, well, thank you. The honor is mine.
Come, Your blades are waiting to greet you.
Okay, I think I want to gear up here.
Blades, dark times are upon us. The Emperor and his sons were slain on our watch. The Empire is in chaos. But there is yet hope. Here is Martin Septim, true son of Uriel Septim.
Hail, Dragonborn! Hail, Martin Septim! Hail! Hail!
Your Highness, the blades are at your command. You will be safe here until you can take up your throne.
Joffrey, all of you, I know you all expect me to be Emperor. I'll do my best. But this is all new to me. I'm not used to giving speeches, but I wanted you to know that I appreciate your welcome here. I hope I prove myself worthy of your loyalty in the coming days. That's it. Thank you.
Well then, thank you, Martin. We'd all best get back to our duties, eh, Captain?
Not much of a speech, was it? Didn't seem to bother them, though. The blades saluting me and hailing me as Martin Septim. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I know I would be dead by now if it weren't for you. Thank you. But everyone expects me to suddenly know what to do, how to behave. They want an emperor to tell them what to do, and I haven't the faintest idea.
Well, so do I, but we need to get the amulet back. That's what I gathered so far. We need to get the bloody amulet.
Of course. The amulet of kings. So I, can take it to the Temple of the One and light the dragon fires. And stop the Oblivion invasion.
Yeah, and be Emperor and stuff.
The Emperor? That's an idea that will take some getting used to. In any case, we need the amulet first. Maybe Joffrey will know where to start.
Oh, he will. He usually does. What can you tell me about those gates?
Something has changed to make these stable portals to Oblivion possible. Joffrey believes that the death of the Emperor and the darkening of the dragonfires is the key.
Okay, fine.
Don't worry about me, my friend. I know I'm in good hands here.
Should we perhaps close that door? Like, nobody's watching it right now. The army could be right in here and then they...
You have proven yourself a loyal servant of the Empire, as worthy as any of the blades to stand by Martin's side during this crisis.
I wasn't doing shit.
Master of the Blades, I would be honored to accept you into our order. Will you join us?
Do I get free stuff? What do I have to do as a blade?
The blades are sworn to the service of the Emperor as the mortal representative of the dragon blood of the divine Talos.
Sounds fun, I'm in.
It is my honor to welcome you into our ranks as a knight brother of the blades.
Hooray! And we got a katana now. Wonderful.
This fortress is well supplied with arms and...
Okay, great. What about the amulet?
Right. We must try to recover the amulet before the enemy takes it out of our reach. You should go back to the Imperial City. Boris may have learned something about the assassins. You'll find Boris at Luther Broad's boarding house in the Elven Gardens district.
Okay, wonderful.
Give my warm regards to Boris. Tell him he should not blame himself for the Emperor's death. He did well to send you to me.
Okay, so we now have a pretty decent sword. It is drastically better than the steel short sword we have. So, sorry, steel short sword. Actually, we'll fix you up one more time. Actually, no, we won't. We'll fix everything else first, and then notice we don't have the capacity to fix you, so we'll just drop you off here. Oh, there is somebody watching. Not sure what they do if an actual army approached here, but apparently they're on it. Okay, we also have an enchantment now. Where's my enchantment stone? I think I want to enchant this stupid katana. There, go with the katana. Create that. Alright, we need to make this the katana of the sigil stone, I guess? No, that sounds dumb. Okay, how would we name that katana? The Blade of Free Stuff. Why not? Why the hell not? So now we have the Blade of Free Stuff, which has a whopping 35 uses, a nice healthy red glow, and it just got us under the encumbrance limit. So we now have a new mission. And a new base of operations, so we can actually take stuff. I'm gonna sell stuff in Bruma now. And then we're going to grab things from the armory there. I mean, it will still be mostly unenchanted, so... Ow. That was dumb. Also, definitely need a better healing spell. Because this is going on my nerves. Also, we're at 81 health now, so hooray. Go us. We'll go back to Bruma now. And there we will resupply, or mostly desupply actually. All the guards here. We'll still have some bread, mate. Oops. Oh, no. Don't do that. We were totally not seen doing that. What's the time? 7:30 in the morning. Good. So if we wait for an hour... we should be able to... Yes.
Go ahead. Have a look
Let's
at my
barter.
wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
I wish to sell this. And also this.
That seems a fair price.
And all of those. Yes. Okay, we'll hold on to that. We actually can't sell that. Okay, yes. Sell the boots. We'll sell all this stuff because we're going to get something better.
That's a good deal.
I do want to have some more to buy those. We need to buy those hammers. Let's go with 5. Yes. 90 gold is a lot, but I think we might have paid more at the end. Anyway, back out here. We're currently running around in...
Good day.
Oi.
I'm Tolkien, herald to Countess Narina Carvane.
Never do that again.
She requests your company at your earliest convenience.
Okay. Why?
Countess Carvane would prefer if you speak to her in person. She also said to present you with this stipend as a taste of things to come.
My lady holds court from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening each day. That would be the best time to see her.
That is not exactly generous. Oh, fine.
Safe journey, my lord.
You're talking to a lizard in underwear, but thank you for calling me milord. Nordwind. Let's go to Nova Roma.
Ah, how quaint. How do you do?
And let's do some alchemy now. Can I make a restore health potion? Yes. It's not the best one, but it's something that'll do. I should have probably done those last. Oh well, now we have them. Hooray, we can make a resistance potion. And some of that. Hooray. Some bread and some... Can we also... yeah, we can also make a detect life potion. Anything else that detects life? No. We won't have any benefits from adding a third ingredient with the same property, so we'll remove that. Okay, so garlic helps you with diseases. Good to know. We don't need those potions, so those are stuff we're going to sell. But we need to reduce that anyway, or we need to reduce some weight anyway, so why not? Yeah, let's go with the shield potion. Okay, can we do anything else here? Restore health, why not? And I don't want to sell that, but screw it. We're gonna meet more boars. What about this? Ooh, we can make a cure disease potion. That's something you certainly want to have around. Okay, remove that. Okay, remove those. Now, of course, we probably haven't lost too much weight just yet. We're going to hold on to those. I think Imp Gall is quite heavy as well, so we want to get rid of that. Okay, we have a couple of flax seeds, and nothing to do with them just yet. Great. Remove them then. Also ignore the... I wonder why that is. I think Discord should be in streaming mode, so it should not actually do anything right now. Yeah, no, don't do that. We need more skill and more ingredients. I mean, you can imagine that by having each of those things have two different properties, we did actually gain a lot of stuff. Like, we did gain a lot of combinations, which we didn't have before. Okay, and this... Okay, who of you is the salesperson?
What can I do? I overheard that the vampire hunter who was in town was a fake. It was apparently a...
Okay, lovely.
Bye. I'm Surotan. Proud...
Okay, great. I want to barter with you.
My wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
I have a gold ring I want to sell. A whole lot of potions I would also like to sell.
You got a great...
We'll hold on to the cure disease. Don't need that. Yes.
A fine transaction.
And all of this. And all of those.
That's more.
That's a potion I never really use. Restore, yes, because
That's a fair.
you usually have points when you do need to restore your fatigue.
You drive a hard.
I want to restore health. This stuff here we can usually make on the fly, especially once we actually know most of the ingredients properties. We will be able to make those on the fly. Okay, we don't need that.
You got a great deal there.
That feather is useful to keep. We don't need water walking because we can swim very fast. Okay, so we got rid of a whole lot of weight. We'll also drop this scroll here.
That's a good deal.
We don't need that.
That seems a fair price.
That.
You drive a hard bargain.
That's all useless. That's nice. That's useless.
You drive a hard bargain.
Various locks we can open ourselves as well.
A fine transaction.
Shock on target. 10 points on target.
A
Useless.
good price for a good customer.
Useless. Useless to us. And we'll hold on to the soul gems.
I appreciate. Farewell.
Okay, so now we have about 100 and something weight units to spare, which we will want to fill with, well, basically armor. Because right now we're pretty poorly equipped. We don't even have clothing. So back to Cloud Road Temple we go. We'll visit the counters later. I mean, we're not really in proper court attire, so maybe we want to fix that first. Let's also close those doors. Close those doors. Okay, so... I think the West Wing had the armory, which is where we can actually suit up. We can get a shield. Blade greaves, why not? Gauntlets. We don't need a blade shirt, we need a blade shield, blade boots. Lovely. We can get more of those katanas. We want a blade's helmet. And most of all, we do want a blade cuirass, which apparently is absent. Why is there no blade cuirass here? Did they forget to put those here? Fine. I shouldn't have sold my leather cuirass then. Who keeps a pickaxe here? Of all things. Ooh, a lockpick. I'll have that.
Good evening, sir.
Ah, there we go. A blade's cuirass. Yoink. Is that my room? Don't think so. I think that's actually Martin's room. But we now have a blade cuirass. Hooray. Now this is actually heavy armor, I think. Yeah. It is heavy armor, and we're going to use it for a while. We're quite good at it, I think. Yeah. I think we're going to hold on to that for a while. As I said, it's currently not enchanted. But this will give us a lot of endurance, because heavy armor is also one of our main skills. Here, there we go. So we'll gain endurance, and yeah, just by getting beat up, we will be gaining levels. Whoa, that's a fancy bedroom. That is one fancy bedroom. Which I'm quite sure is meant for Uriel Septim, not for Martin Septim. Now that this stuff is heavy indeed. So we'll definitely want to get into some... we'll definitely want to get into some strength training now. Okay, we'll have to keep in mind that this book is there. Okay, there's some interesting stuff to read here. Ooh. Dana worshipping. So those are all the shrines. Lord, Lady Azura. Okay, yeah, they want... Actually, they gave it that. Okay. Now, our footsteps have become a bit louder, which does make sense.
I'm surprised to see you here. Have you been to talk to Boris in the Imperial?
No, I was grabbing stuff to get ready for that. Thank you, though.
Yes?
Are you stalking me? Crying out loud. Okay, so one downside of this is that we will have a bit of a harder time as a Thieves Guild member. Because until we get better at sneaking, the weight of our boots will actually account for the... actually cause a higher chance of getting noticed and spotted. It's not notified and not spotified, it's noted or spotted. Noticed. Okay, now I'm not sure where to proceed next. I know that going to the Imperial City will proceed with the main quest. We'll have to go there anyway. But I kinda don't want to just yet. Also, I think those have regrown. I'm quite sure we've harvested from those. Let's see Ongar once more, just to make sure we don't have any stolen goods on us. Okay. How are we looking money-wise? Not too shabby, we have 915 gold, which is more than we used to have, but still not quite enough to actually be good. Okay, where is Ongar? Is he here, or is he... It's one more of those friendly people. Okay, so it seems like Ongar is over there. Well, in his house. I should have sold the stupid stuff I wanted to sell all the time. I would have more money now. Oh, great, he's not around. The bastard.
Good afternoon.
Wow, look at that. She actually doesn't have a bow with her this time. Interesting to know. It's kind of a nice touch that they only keep their weapons around when they're actually, you know, hunting or about to use them. Fun fact, I've heard in many medieval cities you were not actually allowed to carry your sword around, so this here would be a pretty...
I'm really...
fine. Stop talking and go to somewhere I can sell you stuff.
You get any closer and I'll turn your bones to ash. Back off.
Well, longer. Are we doing anything criminal here?
Yeah, my favorite customer.
Okay, let's see. Do I have any hot merchandise? Except the ginkgo leaf. I am not parting with my ginkgo leaf.
That's a fair deal.
Okay, nothing else.
I'm glad. How dare you steal from me?
A burglar!
The fuck was that? Did I steal something? No.
It's you.
Hello there.
Hi.
What is it now?
Isn't the tap and tack of
Do
our
you believe
life
any
in
of that
place
talk?
to...
Okay, that was weird. I think we just encountered the bug. Luckily, Ongo wasn't going anywhere, and he wasn't attacked. I think we'd get in trouble if he got killed somehow. I'm half tempted to try my new gear out. And the overall amount of skills we have. So we could actually... We could go and get the... we're not going to do a Castle Kavach. For now. We're not ready for that. So, what else could we do? We could get ourselves arrested. Which does not seem like the best move. We could try to do the next arena match, which could be fun. We could try this, although I don't think there's too much of a point in doing that right now. Now, fun fact: if you use this, we will get a prime chance of training up the weapon skill we're not using. So we could go with blunt weapons there. Because the Grey Prince is currently the arena champion, and if you do this quest before you have to fight him, he will not hit you back. Which means you basically get a free pass to train with him. So if you pick a weapon you don't use that often, you get a whole lot of skill points in there. Because you get to beat him a lot of times. You can even heal him, I think. Let's talk to the lady here. How are we looking weight-wise? Not very good.
Good day to you. I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma. I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite.
It was 25 gold, madam. 25.
Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Nerina Cavane. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying.
I'm quite sure I read more of
Safe
those.
to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing. Particular relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete. I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone.
What is a Draconian Madstone?
The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship, Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type. The Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself. The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass.
Okay, and where would that be?
Are you familiar with the history of Pale Pass?
Do I look like it? No.
Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel. At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodiil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders. The force became known as the Army of Raymond. The two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodiil. The Akaviri were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivek. They didn't count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank. Not only did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea.
So that ended the conflict.
Not quite. The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains. Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention. As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated. It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone.
Okay, and where is it?
If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll be happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact. Are you game?
Okay, yes.
I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within can lead you to the ruins. Here's a translation of the passages we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well. I'm also providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. I'm assuming it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site.
Okay, what about the
I
diary?
paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you. They were only able to locate the first of a series of landmarks. These landmarks are mentioned within the diary. The one referred to as Dragonclaw Rock has been located. I'll mark it on your map. The rest is up to you. My scouts reported bitter cold and dangerous creatures in the area, so they couldn't proceed. Be cautious and return home soon. Good luck.
Okay, this sounds like something we want to do eventually.
Free of danger.
She said, sending me into danger. So yeah, we did quite a bit this stream. We gained a level, or maybe even 2, I don't know. We gained new armor, very fancy armor. And fun fact, Akaviri armor. So this is basically the shield we are wearing, or we are using. At least in its base. That's a display case of something we don't know. And more Akaviri swords, which I also have. So yeah, her collection is not bad, but also not quite impressive. I mean, as I said, I'm currently running around in more Akaviri stuff than she currently has on display. Oh well. Back on topic. We need stuff to do, or we need to do some stuff. First is probably, for the first time in ages, actually stock up on healing potions, or at least the ingredients for them. Which would be probably on sale in the Mages Guild. Right over here.
A pleasure.
Can you sell me? Now we can also get the apprentice stuff because we have reached the apprentice level. Healing potions are expensive, so we'll not buy those. We'll make our own with the cheapest things we can find. Okay, there is apparently nothing here that restores health. If worst comes to us, I'll have to do some off-camera shopping. Ooh, restore health. We'll want those. Fortify health, useless to us. Useless to us, useless to us. Soul gems we'll need later on.
Thank you.
In quite large quantities, in fact. Okay, so I think this is a good time to stop the stream. Next time we will do more stuff. We'll potentially continue the main quest, but I'm also looking to do a lot of other stuff. Like we have a quest to sort out. Those health potions are not going to do anything for us. I'm going to be honest here, they're not going to cut it. So we'll definitely want to get some more better potions. We'll probably have to steal them. Also, note how this here, at least some might now be the apprentice alembic. Well, these will spawn now, so we will probably try to get those. So we can make better potions, which of course will make us more money as well. But next thing we definitely need is either a place to drop stuff off, because those things are getting heavy. And since we upgraded from light to heavy armor, especially the cuirass is quite weighty. So we'll definitely need some help there. We also want to join Dark Brotherhood, which is something we might be able to pull off now. Close that. For that, we'll go to Bravil. Not Anvil, it's Bravil we're going to go to. Yeah, I think that's a good point to stop the stream. Not that anyone was watching it anyway. But yeah, we'll stop it here. We gained some skills, we did some progress in the main quest, and I think some more... No, we didn't actually do anything. Yes, we did some Mages Guild questing. We earned a recommendation from Skingrad. So now there's only 3 or 4 left. Let's have a look at the map quickly. Coral we didn't do because we have to go to the... we have to find the Fingers of the Mountain, I think it was called. Anvil we did, that was the Green Cross Inn. Kvatch currently doesn't have a Mages Guild, so that doesn't count. Skingrad we did. I know Bravil has a Mages Guild chapter as well, but I forgot what they wanted from you. I know Leowin also had a Mages Guild, and I forgot what they wanted as well. And then we have Tradenhall, and I remember that one. Also we found the locations of the shrines. Azura's Shrine is the easiest, I think it's also the earliest one you can do. There are more than those. think a bit south of that is Mephala's shrine. Somewhere over here. I think it's here near the lake. And the other shrines are also somewhere there. I think Mephala requires it to be level 15, so we're not going to do her quest anytime soon, or his quest. I think Mephala's sex changes every game. Anyway, we're going to call it a stream here. Thanks for watching if you did watch, and of course, thank you if you didn't watch. No thank you if you didn't watch. You get the point. Next time. Bye.